you know, well, what you said, I didn't read it. I didn't really read up on that.
I was just watching a video of a woman,
But
walking around.
that's not really going to
But
tell
we're
me
live
anything.
now, so
I thought it was something that the news had reported that an organization of some sort was protesting or
I haven't seen no
fighting
protests
against it.
about that. But
I can't see anybody fighting against that anyway.
I just did see a protest about a woman that got ran over by a car during a protest.
Yeah, I think I heard something about that on the radio.
Yeah, and they just protested in Minneapolis, St. Paul about that.
And
I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw
yesterday.
something like that. They pulled a dude out the car, beat him up, and held him for the police.
Yep.
I don't know. You understand what was going through his mind? No way.
I don't either. I'm gonna take that thing out of the window though.
How you gonna?
I didn't realize that was in the window.
What?
Oh, Pink Panther. All right, we can leave them, I guess.
What do you mean take it? Why would I want to take that out of the window?
It's on the live stream.
So what? They see the Pink Panther.
Anyways, do we have anybody yet?
They see the Pink Panther.
I don't.
Yeah, I heard about that. Pulling the dude out the car. They probably beat him up pretty good.
Oh, we got one person watching.
One person, huh?
All right.
Well, I don't know. I'm not paying attention to that. That's like taking away from what I'm talking about.
But anyways,
I'm not thinking about if one person is checking me out or 30 people are checking me out. I'm not even. That's not
right. But we were talking about the riots.
Well, the riots.
Is that word?
I don't know. I don't know what riots you talking about.
Or not the riots. I'm sorry. The
I want to talk
protests.
I was the lady getting pulled out the car. I mean, the dude getting pulled out the car because he ran over this lady. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking about when he.
I don't know either. That's.
But what I think is just people that have lost their minds, and it's unfortunate that I have to see it, and my kids will have to live in a world where people are just. Idiotic, just acting however they want to act or whatever, so
yep.
That's the world we live in. I mean, I don't necessarily like it, but it's the world I live in.
Yeah.
I mean, most people would say, "What you gonna do?" Right? But in actual, what you gonna do? If you ain't got no money, there's no ground, very few people start ground root organizations and take it to the top. Very few people do that. So, what you gonna do? I believe that the next person, the next leader, because we really don't have any right now. We got a bunch of pretend people, but we really don't have nobody that stands out. Donald Trump didn't even stand out, but we got somebody gonna stand out. Like everybody gonna hear what they talk about. I'm talking about. I don't know who this person probably ain't even born yet, but when they stand up, everybody gonna hear them. We don't know who that's gonna be though. I might be talking about a whole nother scenario. I mean, I ain't be talking about somebody that's not born yet. I might think that somebody was born already and coming back to see us. I don't know. I'm just saying, somebody gonna step up to the plate.
Eventually.
And when that happens, everybody gonna hear what they're talking about.
Yep.
And it's gonna be, everybody gonna be able to relate to it. It's not gonna be something that
only certain people relate to.
Everybody be like, everybody be talking about it. It'll be like the next fad. Only it won't be a fad.
Right.
And I don't know how that's gonna come. I may not even be around, to be honest with you. If it come like that, I might not want to be around. Shoot, my fate might be the fate that I might be fall might be better than the fate that's gonna bring me. if I can say it like that,
right?
Be better than because I mean the world. My mom, My mom used to say, the world going to hell in a handbasket.
Yes, it is.
In a handbasket. Now, what the hell do that mean? The world going to hell in a handbasket. That's not a very good.
I think it's getting worse and worse as I get older and older.
Well, I guess the world has always been crazy, but you know, I guess when it gets close to home, of course, like I said, this country is not exempt from being idiots amongst ourselves, not outside the country, within the country. We ain't got no problem with being idiots ourselves. You know, we proved it. I mean, not once or twice, but 3 or 4 times.
The entire world thought we were going crazy last summer.
Well, we've had incidents that I believe that the world outside of the United States has viewed us. But I mean, right now, I think that we're in the beginning of a new century, and we don't really know what's going to happen. We only 21 years into this century. Nobody knows what's going to happen.
No.
You know, nobody knows what's going to happen. We just got to wait it out now. Just got to wait it out and see what happens. You know, I mean, I done lived most of my years, so you know, my concern is for my kids. You know, what kind of world they gonna have? You know, what kind of chaos?
You know, that concerns me too. What
they're gonna be
what
presented
what
with.
kind of future does our kids have?
What they're gonna be presented with, you know, when they're adults and raising their own families and you know, hopefully not struggling.
Right.
You know, and this privilege, this white privilege, and this communism and all these things that they're saying that this country is going through. You know, this country has been through a whirlwind. I don't think.
Now, you know, I have my doubts that the United States will wind up communist. I have my doubts. It's not. It's capitalist.
I don't see how it could happen. I really don't.
I really have my doubts.
I really don't. You know,
because could you imagine? I mean, I heard somebody say in a video that it would last like 24 hours. Because people would just like fight about
24 hours?
Communism.
The person that would try to be the person who would try to be the dictator of that, they're gonna take him out. You know, they're gonna take him right out. You know,
government. Oh yeah.
It may not be. I mean, he's gonna be somebody.
If not the government, somebody else will take
somebody
him out.
On top gonna take him out because you ain't coming up in this country and trying to take nothing from nobody. We ain't, you know.
Nobody here's having that.
The pro folk. I mean, think about it. Like I told you, those people that rioted over in Minnesota, there were people who was waiting on that, not that particular incident to happen, but they was waiting for something to happen so they could, you know, so they could bust loose.
Right.
Okay. Now, those people are everywhere in this country. And they're just waiting for some type of big deal so they can bust loose, start acting like fools. You know, and they're amongst other people who are maybe not necessarily that foolish, but because they're in that crowd of people, you know, they can be a fool. And nobody's gonna, you know, they're gonna think it's the crowd. You know, it's like everybody. You know, but it's really these people who was already waiting on this. They wasn't paid for it. You know, they didn't get paid for it. Maybe the protesters, the people who actually came there for that reason, were getting paid under the table or whatever, however they do it these days. But I'm saying that the people who were waiting for the mayhem and the pillaging to happen, they was like, you know how you down when you're a racer and they tell you runners get ready. They was like in a set position. They was when they raised up. It was about chaos. That's all that was on their mind. Burning up shit. That's all they was worried about.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't concerned about that dude that got killed. He was like an afterthought. You know, he was like, I mean, really, he has an afterthought because
the people that did that,
they didn't do it in his honor.
No, they really didn't destroy all that stuff in his honor.
You know, I mean, if I want to have a memorable, if I want to have an honorable remembrance of me, it is not with shit getting all burned up and people getting hurt. That is not what I want to be honored for in my death. Okay, that's ridiculous. But so really, where was the honor in that man? I mean, it's unfortunate.
Those people that did that was disrespect.
It was unfortunate
to his death
that man passed like that. That's crazy.
That is.
But where was the honor in that? You know, where was the honor?
The only honor was the people that were trying to peacefully protest for his for justice for him. That was the only honor I saw. And then
it turned into the Wild Wild West.
Yes.
You know,
pure chaos.
That's what it turned into. Wild Wild West. Shoot. And you know, when you in a state like that, and when I was growing up, and of course I was just one state over in Wisconsin, but when I was growing up, you know, Minnesota was it was spoke of as like a fairy tale state. You know, great place to raise your kids. You know, it's like, you know, beautiful, you know, it's 10,000 lakes. It's, you know, the winters are like, you know, a wonderland, and the summers are just, you know, just a ball of, you know, just fun, right? And then when that shit happened over there, it just gave the city just like the whole state just got a bad vibe to it. You know, I mean, think about it. You know, Illinois, which is the city of Chicago anyway, it's crazy. But the whole state of it was focused in Minneapolis, but the whole state got a bad rap because of that 3,000 National Guards and 2,500 sheriffs and police from other states
from back in the 60s. Like,
Jesus Christ, what they trying to do over there in that state? Where they got to send the National Guards and other police officers from other states and shit. What are they doing over there? You know, it gave that state a bad vibe.
Now you're talking back in the 1960s, right?
No, I'm talking last summer.
Oh, last summer.
1960. I'm talking about last summer. They had that happening over there. When I was growing up, that state wasn't looked at that way. Minneapolis and St. Paul. Primarily Minneapolis, you know, because they had just built the Mall of America, and it was like an exciting mall at the time. Everybody, it was like, you know, an indoor mall where you got all these rides and like 200 stores, and you know, it was like it was way out. And then to have that type of light put on that city like that, because of, you know, and you know, and before that had happened with that Castile guy that got killed, and then you know how they were shooting up people were getting, you know, people were getting pillaged and mayhemed and whatnot. Yeah. So you know, there was a lot of controversy that was in those cities before that happened. So the city had already started to get like a bad name for itself. Before that riot happened last summer, you know, the city had already started to get a bad name for itself. You know, you couldn't just, you know, venturing over to the city of Minneapolis was like, you know, you got to be careful and shit, you know. Well, anywhere, but I'm just saying that city didn't used to have that type of reputation.
Back in the the late 90s? They were calling it Murderapolis.
Yeah, Murderapolis.
Back in the 90s, yep. You okay?
Yeah. Had to.
Bad cough.
Just had to spit up. You know, and that happens occasionally when you cough.
Yeah.
I don't want to swallow that stuff right down. Not that anybody out there want to hear that.
Right.
But they know. You start coughing. Sometimes you get a little wild. No offense to people, whoever watching. I'm trying to keep the vulgarness down. You know, I have a tendency to get a little vulgar. But I'm trying to keep that down. You know, so bear with me. Please. I'm not used to live streaming. I'm used to live, you know. I'm used to being live, but not this kind. I used to have an audience that is right there in my face. So, but yeah, as I stated, I think the city has a bad, has developed a bad rap and a bad name for itself, and when people do venture into the state of Minnesota for whatever reason, vacationing or sightseeing or whatever, they're gonna be more cautious because of the reputation that the city has gotten.
Yeah.
There's never a time, for example, in Chicago, Chicago. There's never been a time in Chicago where it wasn't known as a ruthless city. That's the if I can refer to it as that is the mystique of Chicago. I mean, it has its other.
As far as back as I can remember, Chicago has always been not the safest city.
Well, it's a gangster town. It's a gangster town. Gangster party, as Tupac say. It's a gangster party. But I'm saying that the city has, even the people who grew up there, that live there now, that's the mystique. That what gives the city Chicago is. I mean, they had the blues and they had all it was like one time Chicago was like Vegas. It was like wide open. I mean, 24/7. But but it always had its reputation as being a rough city. I mean, but the people who growing up there now, and the people who grew up there in the old days, that was the mystique of Chicago. When you tell somebody you from Chicago, they be like, you from a city. Like New York. So you tell somebody you from New York, they be like, you from a city. You ain't.
Right.
So yeah, I mean Chicago, but I got relatives there now, but I don't know. I guess I've got to the point now where I don't like a lot of mess. I want some peace.
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of mess no more. I did that stuff already. I did that stuff. I admit, but I am so done with that stuff. Makes me nervous. Even to be around it, makes me nervous because I know what it do. The element of it, so that's why I try to stay away from it. I ain't no young boy anymore, and if like with my sons, I tell them the reason why I talk to them the way I talk to them is because I don't want them to get out there in that world and think that it's it ain't like that. I mean, I don't want them to be sheltered. I don't want to shelter any of my children. I want them to know what's going on in the world. So when they go out, when they get out there, they have an idea anyway, whether they're not knowing it all. And I'm gonna keep it raw to them. You know how I am.
Yeah.
I keep it raw. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Ain't nobody never sugarcoat nothing for me. So I figure that's the way it is. Keep it real. People use that term like it's peanut butter and jelly.
Right.
But they don't keep it real. It sounds good.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep it real with my kids.
That's the bandwagon. People jumping on the bandwagon.
I don't jump on that bandwagon. That's for real bandwagon. Cause I know everybody ain't for real.
Yeah.
You know, I know that. But I mean, the phrase sounds good. It's a phrase of the
that's
time.
why I jump on it because it sounds good.
Yeah, it's a phrase of the time. It's a saying of the time. You know, so everybody on with it. You know, yeah, man, you gotta keep it real, man. You know, but like that dude, like I was watching that TV program the other day, and you know, even though it was a comedy and whatnot, you know, what made that word stand, what made what he said stand out was because it was a comedy, right? He said, so okay, you want some, he said, okay, so let me give you some real talk, right? That's how he put it. Let me give you some real talk. Then he started spitting his thing, right? But it was, what got me was how he said it, you know, because everybody talking about keeping it real. He said, let me give you some real talk. Not just keeping it real. Let me give you some real talk. Yeah. That stuck out to me, you know, in such a way, you know, because like a lot of times I pick up when I'm watching programming or whatever, or something, a documentary or something of that nature, I'm always picking up because there's a message in everything. You know, only if you really in tune, or if you can pick it up, there's a message in anything. I don't care. Writers who write scripts, you can bet they write subliminal stuff in their scripts. They write, they present messages, although the script is intended to do so anyway. But I bet they put something they write some subliminal stuff. That's how they get you.
Got a message.
That's how they catch you.
Oh, good morning, Sasha Boone. I hope I pronounced your name right. She said good morning.
Good morning. Top of the morning to you.
Yeah.
Mine. You know, but we come down, you know, I work late, so when I get to the house, we get to the house.
I work late too.
We sit back and chat.
Somebody else message something. What is your passion? What's your passion, honey?
What's my passion?
Yeah.
Well, my kids, right now, in fact, they're going to always be my passion.
My kids and my husband are my passion.
My kids, because you know why? Because I thought I never had no kids. And I tell anybody that. I got them now. Thank you, Jesus.
I thought the same thing. I didn't think I was going to have any kids until I met him. Until I met my husband.
So that's why. So if I have to have but let me just, in addition to that, you know, I like woodworking, and that's something that I'm going to. I haven't been into it in a few years, but now I'm close to retiring now, so that's a passion that I want to, you know, get back into and continue to try and you know, it's something that I've been doing for a lot of years. So it's not just a hobby. It's a passion.
One passion I have is drawing and painting, and I haven't done either one of them in a long time. But once we had kids and stuff, the priority of the kids took over, and I might get back into that again one day. I don't know.
But like I said, you know, I
Elizabeth did a lot of drawings on our channel, but
I think that people who
I haven't done any in a long time.
You know, people who get caught up. Here.
That was very nice passion. Thanks. You sound like very did you say? Let's see. Articulized and fulfilled people. Well, thank you.
Look, I didn't know that this was this type of thing.
Yeah, because
I didn't know we'd be responding to people. Yeah, I was just talking.
They got messages. I know you never. I've never.
Yeah,
really done
this is my first time.
Our daughter used to do this. We never
it's
done
in
this.
Stream. It says
live stream, but
yeah, stream. What
that's what you click when we're done. But yeah, all our messages are on the side there.
Well, I didn't think that it was gonna be interacting with anyone.
Oh yeah.
See, that's what I'm surprised that even that there's stuff coming up I'm just sitting back talking about certain subject and topic matters and stuff is popping up. I wasn't even expecting that at all. Not at all. Not that I don't want to.
I know when Elizabeth used to
communicate
live
with
stream on
anybody,
her channel,
but
I used to see messages pop up on her phone when she would live stream. So
yeah, but I'm saying I wasn't.
I probably should have told you.
Yeah, because I'm like,
I'm
like
sorry.
I didn't think. I mean, when people watching you talk, I mean, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
That's why I don't. I'll probably make a video or something if I become philosophical about some view, but live streaming like this and having somebody respond to me is like unexpected, to be honest with you. But thanks anyway. Another day in the life, right?
Right.
That's how you put that one. Another day in the life. I'm still breathing, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm about to outlive my oldest sister. So God has been good to me.
Okay, what is your most unpopular opinions? Oh.
Unpopular opinions.
Yeah, what is our unpopular
people are entitled to their opinions.
Yeah.
Whether they're unpopular or I don't try to judge people's opinions.
I don't either.
I think that everybody's entitled to say what they need to say.
Yeah.
That makes them feel that they got a place in a part or in the human race.
I don't really have a particular unpopular opinion.
I don't know what's an unpopular opinion. I mean, everybody has them.
Yeah.
Everybody. Like everybody.
I don't really have a particular unpopular opinion that you've stated.
No, it got to do with me.
I like all your opinions.
I mean, everybody has one. I mean, you don't have to. This is one thing that I've learned. You don't have to like what a person. My mother told me that a person's subject to say anything out their mouth.
Yeah.
Anything. You can't stop that. So if a person has an opinion and it's subjective, then hey, all I can do is just grant the opinion.
Sasha Boone says, yes, exactly.
All I have to do is just grant it. Because, people, come on. My kids have opinions. You can't, they're going to grant that opinion.
Yeah.
Come on. It's not about judging anyone. And I think as soon as we get away from trying to, actions speak louder than words. Yes, that saying is probably, I don't know how damn old that saying is, but it's so old that people should use it. People should keep that real. People should keep that real.
Yeah.
Okay? All the little things, like I said, when we were kids growing up, all the things that we were taught as little kids, as adults, we totally ignore them. Totally ignore them. And these fairy tales was intended to protect us, or to make us feel wondrous.
Yes, all the fairy tales
but we don't follow them as adults. We're told that sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. And as soon as we grow up, somebody call you out your name, your feelings is hurt.
Right. Okay.
You got all about
I hope I'm saying your name right. Sasha Boone. What is your most brave action you wish others did more?
Whose name?
Her name's right there.
Saying my name?
No. It's her name. I said I hope I'm saying her name right.
Oh.
She's asking, what is your most brave action you wish others did more?
Why is she asking me questions like this?
I don't know. She's a curious person.
Without question.
That's good, though. It's good to ask questions.
Well, whatever.
What is your most brave action, you think?
My most brave action?
Yeah.
don't know. I don't think I've done anything that brave. I can't think of anything that I've done heroic.
I can think of something you've done that was heroic.
But she's saying what do I think is my most heroic or brave action? I don't think I've done anything really that brave.
I do.
What?
When I was on that medication, you picked me up.
Well,
and I ended up. I mean, I like overdosed on it when I was on that stuff. And you picked me up and took me to the emergency room. I remember that. If you didn't take me to the emergency room, I would probably not be here right now.
Well.
Or much longer. I think that's pretty brave and
heroic. Well, I think I was just reacting to you being sick.
Yeah.
That I don't think that was a. Well, I guess someone probably would, or you would probably even view that as being a brave act. But to me, it was just, saving my wife from, danger. I didn't think it was. Well, I guess.
Yeah, you saved my life.
I guess in that sense, it can be viewed as a. But I didn't do it like that. No more than I would view, if you got sick now,
right,
take you to the hospital. I wouldn't view it as a heroic act. Something heroic is something that you like a jumping out of the phone booth Superman move, That's heroic to me, like running a burning building or something, I don't know. Snatching a person away from a car that was coming at them or something, and they didn't see it, something like that, where I could have got hit too, but I grabbed them and get them out the way, something something out of the ordinary that one doesn't normally do. I think it's a brave act or, a heroic act.
What was heroic to me?
And hey, thank you for that, for seeing me that way. But to answer your question, I really, again, I can't really see anything. I think I'm thinking back here, Adam, and I can't, nothing I've done in my life that I can see as being that.
I can't think of anything I've done
brave like that.
That was real brave or heroic.
I wish I could leap tall buildings in a single bound, but just a simple man, like Tupac say.
Right.
Just a simple man. I don't want the fame. Simple man.
Okay, we got some icky person on here.
I'll take the dollars. Where you going? You're screaming live. You to get a pedophile listening to me. Although, dude, I'm 62 years old, man. I don't roll like that.
He's trying to say he's gonna grope me.
I don't roll like that.
No.
So peace with you, man. You understand? That.
Have a nice night.
Yeah, let somebody else handle that, man. I don't roll like that, man. I like females and adult females, and I'm married on top of that. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry about that one. See, that's one thing about live streaming that.
Yeah, you get anybody.
People be like, and then they be like, the stuff they be saying. It's like millions of people out there. You understand? Hey, let me tell y'all the story. My father-in-law told me that if he posted that he had got, first of all, he would win some kind of little lottery, nothing major where, be all over the country, but a lottery. And then he would post these lottery numbers, saying that aliens gave him these numbers. And he's winning the lottery on the numbers that these aliens is giving him. When in actuality, he's actually winning like anyone else would win. He's just winning, but he's telling the people online that these numbers are being given to him by, somebody in Jupiter somewhere. Okay.
He's not really getting online and doing that. He's just saying it hypothetically.
But let me finish.
If he did that.
Let me finish this. He went so far as to say that because there's so many of you guys out there, okay, that he could post this and probably get, and this is his words, not mine, 1 million people to believe him. What do you think? How many people out there are that, I don't know, naive, I guess, for lack of a better word.
That would be naivety.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. The reason why I don't do this, my wife is convincing me to do this. Otherwise, I don't.
Well, I asked you if you want to do it, and you said yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm saying, I'm just saying to those who are tuned in that I don't do this. I might make a video every now and then. I made a couple of videos.
You said, can we do a video night? I said, yeah.
It's cool. I mean, you don't have to. It's cool. I'm just telling the folk out there who may be tuned in. I don't normally do this.
Yeah. So, I don't either.
So what I'm saying is that this is, it's live stream. So am I? I how can I say this? I am no D.L. Hughley, okay? So there's not any fanfare with what's happening here. Me and my wife sitting in our basement. We're finishing. We're in the process of finishing our basement. We're sitting in one room that is partially complete. As you can see, the Pink Panther insulation in the window.
Yeah, we still got some
so we still have some
work to
windows
be done.
some windows to be put in, and
quite a bit of work
and
to be
things
done,
of that nature. You know what I mean? And so we're just sitting down here, and we're chatting live. So I'm just trying to be entertaining, as well as just chatting, just chopping it up a little bit, before I call it a night or a morning.
Social Boone says, I'm sorry about the world, and I'm grateful for both of you speaking with us, opening your life to strangers. Thank you for being real. Please have a beautiful life, you two. Oh, thank you. You too. You have a beautiful life too.
Yeah, I'm just chatting. I'm just chopping it up. I have a tendency to do that. And if we weren't live, we'll be still kicking it like this because we do anyway. We get off work and stuff. We get us a bit to bite. Then we come down here, you understand, and we chat. Talk about the day and the kids and normal.
That's
stuff.
pretty much what we do.
We're not.
We don't do much else. We just sit around and talk, and
we're not. We don't have that kind of lifestyle. Unfortunately, but we just an American couple. With 3 kids and a house and a cat and a dog. I don't know if that registered as the American dream, but that's what we living right now. I'm just trying to chop it up for a little bit. I appreciate the comments. That's always welcome. I hope the weirdos stay away because I'm not a weird dude, so I hope you weird.
Yeah, he don't get into guys. I'm really sorry.
No, I'm not talking about getting into guys. I'm just talking about the weird folk, man, because I know it's a whole lot of y'all out there. I'm talking about social media is like blown up.
So.
Social media has blown up. I mean, shoot. Yeah. So really I appreciate all y'all. The people that tune in. you know,
I just appreciate people watching
and whatnot, you know. So my handle, you know, I mean, my name is Jerome, but I like to be known on the stream as Romy Rome, because it's this one guy that calls me that at work. You dig, and it reminds me of the Martin Show. For those folks that remember Martin, you know, he did that character, Romy Rome. You know, yeah, that's me, Romy Rome, in the house. So if y'all wanna, if y'all don't mind. If y'all don't mind. Well, listen, people, it's been interesting. As I said, I don't really do this. You know, I may decide to.
Well, it's up to you if you want to do more or not.
I may decide, yeah, you know, it's been interesting. I may decide to come back and chat again. So Sasha, I guess I'm sorry, I don't know if that's your name being pronounced correctly. Tune in, you know, same bat time, same bat channel. Maybe not the same bat time, but same bat channel. You know how that go.
On the Unicorn Siren channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, for those who may have tuned in, we also have a YouTube channel that you can tune into as well. There's a few videos on there. We're going to try to continue to keep videos coming in that regard as well. You know, trying to get out here. We ain't, you know, like I said, I don't usually do this, but if I can become comfortable with it, then you know, I want, like I said, I want to get it out there to y'all that we, you know, we trying to come up just like everybody else. You know, I mean, anywhere we can. So, you know, tune in. You know, support us. You know, we'll support y'all too. You know what I mean? Because we always on watching other folk too. You know what I mean, and seeing what they own.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification.
You know, because that's what makes it. That what makes it a social media, right? That's what makes it all part of the media. You know, get it live or you can video it. You know, somebody gonna watch it. Somebody gonna tune into it and relate to it and like what you're doing. You know, like what you're saying. You know, like how you present yourself. You know, we ain't trying to start nothing here, but you never know, right? You never know.
Never know.
You know, but we appreciate it. You know, live stream, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So now that I know what this is about, you know, I'm looking a little camera shy right now. I'm sure because, like I said, I really have done this, but once I get, you know, into it, I get a little more comfortable with the idea of having myself being live and having people tune in and watch me or listen to me or whatever the case may be. I appreciate it, but I'm a little still. It's been interesting. It's really interesting. You know, I kind of feel like I'm talking to myself. You know, but anyway. Well, I'm gonna sign off here. I don't know what term to use here on this, but I'm gonna sign off.
I just do this. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
everyone.
Yeah, peace out, everybody. See you again.
Bye. We love you all. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification.
Push that like button.
And that like button. All
right. Push the like button, Tam.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, he went down. No.